Hi, my name is Emily Nielsen, and I am a marriage and family studies major. And this presentation is about my internship that I completed fall semester of 2019. I did my internship with the Family Support Center. The Family Support Center is a nonprofit organization, and their focus is protecting children, strengthening families, and preventing child abuse. And that's something that they're very passionate about. The Family Support Center was started in 1977, and they have expanded to now have 5 different buildings in their agency. They have a administration building in Taylorsville, which is where they operate counseling therapy. And then they have a admin building in Midvale, Utah, which is where they run their family mentor program. And then they have 3 crisis nurseries. They have one in Sugar House, one in Midvale, and one in West Valley to serve the various areas there. So like I mentioned, the crisis nursery, that is free emergency care for children whose parents might be overwhelmed or have emergency needs. Usually they are open from the hours of about 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. They don't typically do overnights, but if there is a pressing need, then they can accommodate that for parents. And this is just emergency services. This isn't a typical daycare, it is emergency services. They also have something called the Life Start Village, which is a self-sufficiency transitional housing program for homeless parents and their children. And they focus on that program. They teach them finance classes and parenting classes to try and get these parents in a place where they can go out and provide for themselves and their children. And it's a really neat program that they have seen great success with. They have an adoption respite care. And so that director goes into homes and basically babysits for families who have adopted children so that parents can go out and have some time for themselves. So it really is a respite program. Family mentoring is a free in-home parenting support program. Parents can self-refer themselves, or other people can refer parents. And there is a family mentor that will go into the home and teach them a 12-week curriculum that covers everything from finances to house cleaning, but the main focus is on parenting skills and strengthening those skills and how to build relationship with their children. They also have classes in groups, free and low-cost community classes on parenting, and also for step families. These programs include their parent education class and their Smart Steps class. The Smart Steps is for the step families, and the parenting is obviously the parent education. Then they also have counseling, low-cost individual and family counseling. So when I went to find my internship, I just did an online search and found some various agencies throughout Utah, which is where I am located, and found the one that was closest to me. And so I emailed the volunteer coordinator, and she got back to me really quick. And I actually did this quite a ways in advance. Like I mentioned, I began my internship in the fall, in September of 2019, and I contacted her back in April of 2019, and she was very helpful and was excited for me to get on board and helped set me up with everything that I did. So I did a few different things when I interned for the Family Support Center. First of all, was training. Training was pretty in-depth because they want us to have a really good foundational knowledge of what the Family Support Center does. So that included touring all of the facilities and getting to know all of the programs, meeting and talking with the staff so that we could know and interact with the staff. Giving us history on the Family Support Center, so again, that we knew where they had come and what great things they had accomplished and their goals for the future. I was responsible for 2 clients in the Family Mentor program. So I had my very own clients that I met with for that 12-week program that I mentioned before, 2 clients that I met with once every week. for those 10 to 12 weeks. And then I was also responsible to teach a 10-week parenting education class. So in the Family Mentor program, like I mentioned, I took on those 2 evening clients, and this allowed the Family Mentor to take on more clients because there is quite a waiting list for the program. And this program helps parents who are kind of tied to their home or don't want to go out and leave their children or try and find childcare. This program is offered for all parents, whether it's single parents or married parents. I had one of each, actually. I had a married couple that I worked with one night, and then I had a single mom that I worked with another night. And then they do all hours of the day so that if parents want to meet while their children are in school, then that's an option. If it's better in the evenings when they're home from work and they can have someone watch their children, or even leave the children in the home and the Family Mentor can meet with them. So the Family Mentor program really tries to work with the parents so that they can go through this program. And after they complete this program, they're given a certificate saying that they completed the program. The program includes weekly readings and homework goals for the parents. And when I worked with my parents, I saw some really great success. The parenting education class, the clinician that I worked with on this class was so glad that I was able to pick this up because they were going to cut it from the fall schedule because they didn't have anyone to teach it. And I have quite a history of a background of teaching, and so it was a natural fit for me to go in and teach this great parenting curriculum. On this last bullet point under parent education class, it notes that this class fulfills a court-ordered requirement for parents who are trying to get custody or visitation of their children back. And I worked with a few of those parents who were required to take this class. I also worked with a couple of parents who just took this class because they wanted to strengthen their parenting skills. And it was really interesting to see how their perceptions changed. And also, I really loved the interaction with each other because we would sit down and have a discussion about the principles that were taught in the curriculum. There were a total of 4 students that I worked with, and it was just really great to go and see their growth from the beginning to end. I benefited several ways from doing my internship. First of all, I started to understand the various dynamics of families and what they needed, and seeing them as a person and not just as a generalized group. And I can better recognize what each family is dealing with, and especially listening to the Spirit on how to help them. That was really, really important to me. Something that I really focused on was trying to listen to the Spirit prompt me what to say and do to help these parents that were working to increase their skills. I also gained a deep appreciation for the work that the therapists do and that family mentors do for their clients, because they really are a great resource for parents. I am a more effective teacher in both a group setting and a one-on-one setting because I did both. In the parent ed classes that I taught, I was definitely in a group setting. And then in the family mentors, when I went into the homes, that was definitely a one-on-one setting. And so I was able to strengthen my teaching capabilities in both of those areas. And then I also became very proficient at preparing lessons because I had to prepare a different lesson each week for my clients. And then I also prepared PowerPoints to support those lessons. The greatest connection between my coursework at BYU Idaho and my internship was my child development classes that I took, because that's an area that they really focus on in the curriculum that was taught for both family mentor clients and the parent ed classes, that parents understand where their children are developmentally and what they are capable of. And when they understand that, then they can see what their children can do, what they can expect from them. And it really helps the parents to treat those children in those correct ways and not expect more of them than they are actually developmentally capable of. So would I recommend the Family Support Center as an internship? I would say definitely. It was a really incredible experience for me. The staff was so incredible. They were so supportive. Any questions that I had, they were more than happy to answer. Um, the training was incredible. They were so encouraging. They were always checking in on me, making sure that I was doing okay. And in fact, at the end of my internship, they actually offered me a position in their agency, which I was so flattered for. If you wanted to um, look at doing an internship with the Family Support Center, you would contact Michaela Kelso. She is the volunteer coordinator, and her email is down there at the bottom. Thank you so much.